What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another post game. Back with another video, man. We got some crazy news today. All of a sudden, the Kyrie situation is just blowing up, and that deadline, that 29th opt-in deadline for both Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, or any free agent that needs to opt into his contract, is coming up. All right, it'll be here on Wednesday, so we're gonna find out a lot over the next couple of days. However, we got plenty of juicy rumors this AM, man. Rude awakening for the whole world because everybody's reporting that Kyrie to the Lakers is becoming more and more of a possibility. Just like I predicted a couple of days ago, that the more time passes between an agreement reached with Kyrie and Brooklyn, the bigger the chance it was for the Lakers to acquire Kyrie. Well, now I'm at an 85% chance of this happening. And check this out. Woj is reporting that outside of the Lakers, there's currently no teams planning to pursue signing trades with the Nets for Kyrie Irving. That gives us a huge amount of leverage in many ways, because this means now we can acquire Kyrie Irving in multiple forms. However, it does say that they are, listen, it says The Athletic, let's see if I get this name right. Joe Varden is reporting the Nets are under no obligation to trade Kyrie where he wants to go. If he really wants to play with LeBron and move to LA, go for the mid-level. And now there's multiple reports stating, starting with Jeff Fisher, sources with acknowledgement of the situation have increasingly believed that Kyrie's willing to opt out of Brooklyn and sign a $6 million taxpayer mid-level exception with the Lakers, where Irving can re-sign long-term in 2023. So all I got to say is, man, Kyrie Irving, if you do this, man, you are truly one of the best who will truly show the world that he truly cares about winning above money, and he will get his back pay. Trust me when I say he will get his back pay. But if Kyrie signs for the mid-level exception with the Lakers, which is $6 million, sky's the limit for this team, because now we have the flexibility to go turn around and trade Russell Westbrook for some key pieces and bluster this team even more. And then I guarantee you free agents will come for the veterans minimum if that happens. Oh, my God. Good morning. Good morning, Laker Nation. I'm super hyped, man. I'm super hyped. Oh, like my phone just started blowing up. I woke up to this news, man. And it's a beautiful feeling knowing that when you predict something a while back, there wasn't too many people on the life raft with me when I said Kyrie to the Lakers could be a possibility. But I remember saying this even before the trade deadline, that I wouldn't mind Kyrie Irving to the Lakers if that situation doesn't get sorted out. People told me there was no chance. People said there's no way Kyrie and LeBron, Dan. You're delusional. And now look at it. We're on the brink of building another super team, but this time it might have more substance because, yes, Kyrie and LeBron have won a championship together, and Anthony Davis is the best, probably big man that Kyrie Irving's ever played with. Yeah, I can say that wholeheartedly. Try to think back. Yep. So Kyrie Irving teaming up with LeBron James and Anthony Davis in Los Angeles would be a dream come true for Laker fans on the court. Now, obviously, there's questions that remain off the court and all this. I get the concern there. However, if we get him for the mid-level exception, nobody better object to that, because there's no bigger bargain in the history of the NBA than a superstar in his prime, still only 31, potentially joining LeBron James and Anthony Davis for the mid-level exception. Do you know what wonders that would create for us? Matter of fact, it reminds me of the Golden State Warriors situation when they paid Steph Curry like 11 to 12 mil, and he was putting up superstar numbers, and as a result, they were able to go out and sign different free agents. That would be huge for us, Laker Nation. Understand that all but guarantees us a championship. Obviously, we still have to round out the roster nicely, but Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and still other key pieces due to the Russell Westbrook potential deal would be huge. Now, that's not the only way it could happen. The other way it could happen is obviously they granted permission for Kyrie Irving to seek another team for a trade, right? He could opt in, and then they get some assets back, maybe a first-round pick. Maybe there's a three-way trade where we route Russell Westbrook and other pieces to a different team, and then the Nets can get something in return. Or they could dare him to just walk for nothing, and that'll be the cheapest option for Lakers fans, man. Trust me, Laker Nation. The cheapest option is if they dare him to walk and they lose him for nothing, and then what happens? The Lakers have other flexible options as well. So very excited about that, man. I will head over to the comment section in just a bit, but before I finish, I also want to report that It's very intriguing because Malik Monk also just stated that he would love to come back with the Lakers, even if he has to take another pay cut. Uh, that would be huge, man. That would be huge. And ESPN story on the Lakers. I'm just reading this report really quick. Solo pursuit of sign and trade deal for Kyrie Irving, with Irving's situation continuing to leave the Nets vulnerable for a Kevin Durant trade request. So yeah, listen, guys, it's going down sooner rather than later, and it's only a matter of time before this thing breaks, man. It's only a matter of time. So yep, it looks like the Lakers are already in pursuit. I love it. I love it, man. I love what the Lakers have done. This organization has quickly pivoted, and this is why I tell people we're not that far away from competing for championships. I've been saying this before the summer started, guys, and I'll continue to preach that. People were talking about rebuilding. I'm like, no. LeBron still has a lot left in the tank. Anthony Davis, if he can get healthy, I told you we're one or a couple pieces away from turning into a contender rather than rebuilding. So what do you guys think, man? Do you guys think this gets done sooner rather than later? Listen, this could get done as early as Wednesday once Russell Westbrook opts in. He's holding us hostage right now, Russell Westbrook, because he has no say in the matter. If he opts in, he gets traded. If he opts out, we have the cap to sign Kyrie for potentially even more. But I guarantee you Russell Westbrook will opt in. No way he leaves $47 million on the table. And he's probably never going to see that kind of money collectively for a multiple-year deal again. So let alone in 1 year. Oh, my heart, guys, my heart. I'm super hyped about this. Kyrie to the Lakers would be a dream come true for me personally. He's been one of my favorite players. He's one of my top 5 favorite players in the league. Probably top 3, to be honest with you. I like everything he stands for, man. He's a and the reason he's thinking Lakers is because he's different, right? He thinks for himself. He doesn't allow media narratives to dictate what he does. I love a strong mind like that. And man, this is gonna be awesome, guys. If he joins the Lakers, we are gonna be in for a heck of a ride. I promise you, I'll be at least to a couple of Staples Center games this season if that happens. I promise that. Shoot, I'm copping the jersey day one, especially if he takes that mid-level exception. You better believe it. He's a super hyped. Then I know, bro. I'm gonna be super hyped when it officially happens. I'm trying to compress my feelings right now because I don't want to be sorely disappointed if this goes south out of the blue, because anything's possible, right? But I am now at an 85% chance, and I told you guys every day that this continues, every hour, every minute that it continues to progress towards them not re-signing Kyrie, he's one step closer to being a Laker. Is there still a mandate? No, there's no mandate. There's no vaccine mandate right now. So he gets to play like a regular ball player. That's the best news. We're going to get Kyrie Irving at the peak. Again, 31 years of age. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder to prove himself because he can't afford to have another controversial season or he will never get a major contract again. But if he comes to Laker Nation, if he comes to LA, La La Land, helps us win a title, he's going to get a max contract from us, a 4-year max contract from us next year. And I would love it if he did, man. I'm telling you right now. He said John Wall will get a buyout maybe and join in the Lakers, Dan. I think if this happens, if this officially happens, if Kyrie officially joins the Lakers sooner rather than later, I think you're going to see we're going to be a powerhouse in free agency. All of a sudden, free agents like PJ Tucker, Bobby Portis that seemed unreachable because they were going to seek money first, they might be more attainable because they might pursue a title, right? So all of a sudden, our market for free agency is going to open up. Guys are going to be lining up to want to come here. The Mo Bambas of the world, right? Because all of a sudden we're a legit contender. And by the way, Draymond said he thinks we can compete but not beat them. He doesn't want to see Kyrie and LeBron and AD in the playoffs. I promise you that. He doesn't even want to see a healthy LeBron and AD, let alone a healthy Kyrie. We're talking a man who could score 50 on your head any given night. And he's still in his prime, 31 years of age. Oh my goodness. The handles, it's going to be showtime in LA again, man. The lobs he's going to be throwing to AD and LeBron in transition. And if we can keep Malik Monk alongside Kyrie, LeBron, and AD, oh my goodness, another combo guard in the backcourt who can create for himself. Now, it is going to be crucial that we go out there and we get 3-and-D wings if this happens. But I don't want to talk about that right now until it's official, guys. We don't want to jump the gun just yet. But if he becomes official, I'm telling you, we're on our way to number 18, baby. I promise you that. He said he has to say that though. Dre is a fool. Yeah, Draymond is funny. He's entertaining though. I like his personality, believe it or not. He doesn't annoy me like he does other people. I think it's entertaining. That his whole podcast, I tune in from time to time. I think he's hilarious, man. It's good for the game. It's also, believe it or not, Skip Bayless. He says the craziest, most outlandish, hateful things at times, but it's also good for the game because it keeps us talking year round, even in the off season. Right now, we're talking about the beefs that are going on between Skip and Dre and Russell Westbrook. Like, that's good for TV. You know, any sort of propaganda is good for the NBA because they're getting year round conversations on sports networks. So, oh my goodness, man. He said, yo, let's cop a suite at Staples Center. Hey, man, I'm down, Ronnie. Let's get it. The free agents will take crumbs to play. Let me tell you something, bro. If Kyrie comes to the Lakers, free agents are going to want to pay to come play for LA. I promise you that. We got the city. We got the beautiful people. We got the loyalty. We got the history. And we got the everything, man. We got the stars here. This is the city of champions, man. City of champions. You said, and Dan Stradamus, I trust, LOL. Who we getting next, bro? Speak it into existence. Well, I have been on a roll here, man. I called Russell Westbrook months before it happened last year. And I've been calling Kyrie since last year as well as a potential option. I'll say this. If we land Kyrie, sky's the limit. You might even see somebody from left field, take a major pay cut to come play for the Lakers. You just never know. But I would really prioritize Malik Monk because he was huge for us. Even if he comes off the bench, having a combo guard like that, he's basically a poor man CJ McCollum, poor man Zach LaVine. He can come out here, score 20 any given night, and he'd be on another affordable contract. I think is a no-brainer. However, once we get Kyrie Irving, I do think we need to start prioritizing size and wings. This is why I mentioned the PJ Tuckers of the world. This is why I mentioned, the Mo Bambas of the world, because we can really have a powerhouse team that Draymond might have to go out there and recruit Kevin Durant, and even that might not be enough to get it done. That's how highly I think of Kyrie. That's how highly I think of LeBron AD's potential to lead us back to the promised land. And this front office with a new coaching staff it would be huge. Let me tell you this. Rob Pelinka gets an extension from me if he pulls off this Kyrie situation, even though LeBron James plays a major part. He always gets his flowers. But Rob Pelinka, if he's able to turn us from, pretender to contender overnight, give this man his flowers, all right? But I don't want to speak too soon again, I don't want to speak too soon. I'm just saying, What's up, Hector? What's up, bro? Who's hyped? It could be a 3-team trade. I can see that happening. It could also mean that Brooklyn is playing hardball right now, saying they're willing to let him walk because they want more assets from the Lakers. Think about it. There's no competition. If New York doesn't want him, the Clippers don't want him, and not that they have anything to offer for him, but the Lakers are clearly the front runners, and if Kyrie wants LA, he will get LA. I've been telling you guys this since day one. It's a players' league, and if the players make it happen, it will happen. People are telling me, well, Dan, we have no cap space. You're delusional, blah, blah, blah. Where there's a will, there's a way. It's the NBA. All right? I'm out here spitting bars right now, man. I'm feeling myself today. Oh, my goodness. Kyrie to the Lakers is so sexy, baby. Purple and gold just looks good on my man. And not only that, I'm telling you right now, this is going to be the scariest trio we have seen probably since the Miami Heat days. That's how highly I think of these guys, man. That's how highly I think of. I'm super hyped back. I'm at a loss of words. If this happens, bro, you think I'm hyped now? Whew, I'm bringing out the Laker flags. I'm waving them bitches. Oh, my goodness. If it happens. He says, so trade is for real or just talk? No, everything you're hearing right now is for real, bro. I always tell you guys the real rumors happen around July, late June, early July. Everything you're hearing right now is But we keep hearing that Kyrie might opt out of his deal, bro. He is a saint if he does that, because I'm telling you, the options just open up for the Lakers and close for the Nets. Just like that. Just like that, man. Everybody was clowning us last season. Just like that, they're going to be crying about how unfair the NBA is. Trust me. We're the most hated. We're the greatest, man. We're the greatest, most hated franchise, most hated fan base. They pursue us, they prosecute us, they kick us while we're down. But guess what, man? At the end of the day, when we lift that championship trophy, they always frown. I'm telling you, I'm spitting bars. I might drop a track, man. We get Kyrie, I might drop a track. It's gonna be a diss track to all other 29 fan bases that was talking shit. I don't know, something special, but I'm that hyped, man. I'm that hyped. Said Dan, Russ trade to the Hornets is also very possible. Lakers will get Rozier and Hayward. That's what I'm saying. If Kyrie opts out and he does the most unselfish act I have seen in a long time, probably I can't think of another sports unselfish act. This would be it, man. You know, if he does this, man, it just opens up every opportunity. And I will say, pay that man next season. If he takes one for the team this year, comes for $6 million, drops 30 million, like literally allowing 30 million to just disintegrate. Kyrie's my GOAT, man. If he does that, and I'm talking off the court, not on the court, but off the court, he's my GOAT. Because I don't think I can remember an unselfish act from an athlete like the one Kyrie is getting ready to perform if this goes through. All right. Either way, I'm happy with the man. Obviously, he knows greatness because he wants to be here, but if he takes that $6 million deal, oh, man, y'all ain't going to be able to shut me up. I promise you that. I'm going to be all over social media. Just this mug is going to be all over your screen, man. He said, Dan, I've never seen you this excited. And you must be new to the channel because when shit hits the wall, man, when we get stuff going our way, yeah, I'm a different animal, man. It's a different levels to this, man. He said, Dan Fisher from The Athletic just said Kyrie may opt out of the Nets, join the Lakers for the $6 million mid-level. Yeah, I know. I've been reading all up on it, man. If you read it, I already know it, man. You know, but yeah, this is a beautiful time to be a Laker fan. It's always a beautiful time. Even when we're down, we always keep our head up because we know what a powerhouse team we are. They were making fun of us just 2 weeks ago, talking about, y'all think y'all can get everybody. I said, we're the Lakers, man. We're the only team that makes dreams come true for the fans. The only team. Everybody else, it's a joke when they put, when they Photoshop these stars in their jerseys. But the Lakers, they fear us, man. They fear us. That they hate us because they ain't us. That's right, bro. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Hey, homegirl, what's up? She said, if Kyrie comes to Lakers, he will officially be the GOAT, not just as a baller, but as a person. He's always been that for me, Tara. You know how I feel about my boy Kai. You know how I feel about my boy Kai. He's different. He's built different. He ain't no average Joe. He truly sees the bigger picture, and I can relate to him because I'm very similar in a sense that I don't tend to go with the popular opinion. I tend to go with my own opinion. I stand on my own 2 feet as a man, or at least I try, right? And I can definitely respect a man who can take criticism like a champ, be disrespected all over ESPN, man. They're gonna put some real respect on his name if he wins a championship for the Lakers. I promise you that. But again, don't want to get too hyped till it happens, man. You think I'm excited now? Oof. They're not gonna be able to shut me up if it happens, bro. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you, man. Whoo. He said, Kyrie in LA would open chances for Uncle Drew Part 2. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, man. If Kyrie comes to LA, I'm going to be front and center, man, when that movie comes out. Because I like the first one anyways, I already buy his merch, and I love his shoes, and I love what he represents. I love how he just embraces the culture, man. I love how he knows who he is. When a lot of other young men are confused, Kyrie Irving is sure of himself. When ESPN attacks him, he never wavers. He never wavers. He's just different. Great interest in joining the Lakers. Yes. Wojnarowski, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, every tweet that comes out, he's one step closer to being a Laker. One step. He said, in the words of Thanos, you should have went for the head. I thought that nobody wanted to play for the Lakers. It's always like that, bro. They want to put us down. But it's up to us real confident Laker fans that have been here for years to always hold it down through the struggle, man. Through the struggle, man. We always here no matter what. Y'all know what's up, baby. Y'all know what's up. Smash the like button and subscribe. You already know. But, man, Kyrie to the Lakers is going to make me lose my shit like never before. Trust me. It's because we've gotten a lot of amazing players before here in LA, right? LeBron James, I lost it when we got LeBron. AD, I knew we were going to win a championship. When we got AD, I was like, we are champions. Start the parade now. They still owe us a parade, by the way. But we get Kyrie Irving, it's gonna be a different level because I've been a fan of his since he was in Duke, man. I knew he was gonna be a beast since he was challenging Kobe on one-on-ones, and Kobe was schooling him. I knew he was gonna be a beast since he wasn't afraid of the challenge, and he went toe-to-toe with Curry and knocked down the dagger in his face, Game 7, baby. I knew I wanted him to be a Laker from that moment, and my dreams might come true, man. The only other player that I could this could literally be one of the few moments that brings tears of joy to my face, man, if this happens, because the only other player that I ever wanted, as bad as obviously I love Kobe, he's my favorite of all time, but the only other player that I always wanted to team up with Kobe Bryant was Allen Iverson. And this is as close as I'm going to get to that type of team up, that type of dynamic team up. LeBron James and Kyrie is going to be like what I would have loved to see from Kobe Bryant and Allen Iverson in their prime. Like, I know people say it wouldn't work, but Kobe can make anything work. Trust. Whew. Glad I got that off my chest, man. You said, what's up, Dan? What's up, man? Appreciate you, Walter. Appreciate you, bro. You said, you mean team up with LeBron James? AD is going to be street clothes most of the season. Stop hating, Brian. Come on, bro. It's positivity, man. Let's bring that positive energy. He's a champion. No matter, the unibrow is a champion. No matter how you want to slice it and dice it up to hate on my man, he is a champion, and we're going to put some respect on his name, especially when he lifts trophy number 2 here in Los Angeles for him, right? That's going to really shut, the critics down. And so I look forward to it because think about it. They said LeBron was done, right, last season. They said he was stat padding. So he has a chip on his shoulder. You've seen him in the gym every single day this summer so far, or every other day. They said Anthony Davis was street clothes, and they say Kyrie Irving is weird and he's a diva. So they all have a huge chip on his shoulder, and this is going to be just such a redemption story for all three of them. It's going to be insane when it happens. I'm ready. It's going to be a movie. I got the popcorn ready and everything, man. Because every year is the same thing. Like I say, the Lakers always get the last laugh. We got people saying, that's true. He said, we got people saying, watch out for the Clippers. They've been saying that the whole decade or even century of the Clippers. Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying. They love to hate on us. Listen, the Clippers have done what? Well, they've put up a bagel in the championship department, and they're out here acting like they're a threat, bro. They ain't never been out of the West. They don't even know what a finals looks like. You know what I mean? They're trying to create a mid-season tournament just so that they can raise a trophy because Steve Ballmer is deep in the NBA's pockets. Like, stop it. Clippers gonna clip, bro. They're gonna clip. He said AD is well rested now. They said injury prone in 2020, and we won a championship. Exactly, man. You know what this is the funny thing about the whole narrative about Laker hate is they love a player till he joins the Lakers, right? I always see the way that the media promotes these players until they are Lakers, right? Anthony Davis couldn't do no wrong when he was a Pelican. Matter of fact, they were saying, Anthony Davis, there's no way the Lakers can trade for him. They don't have enough assets. If I'm the Pelicans, I say no. As soon as we make the trade, the Lakers gave up too much. Even though we kept Kyle Kuzma, Lakers gave up too much for an injury-prone player. So you see how the narrative always switches up? Same thing. They were saying, oh, no way Kyrie Irving comes to the Lakers. As soon as Kyrie joins, what's going to happen? Oh, I don't know. They're going to make up some shit. That's all I know. And I'm going to be here to smack them around a little bit, man, and hit them with the real facts. Because I'm the Mike Tyson of YouTube, man. I come in here with the knockout punches. He said, reports say that Monk is willing to take less money to come back. Oh, yeah. And if that happens, bro, I'm telling you, man, a lot of other free agents are going to take the 1.2 mil. I don't know what the veteran minimum is, 2 million, 2.5, 2.7, whatever it is. They're going to take that. They're going to be fighting each other, man. We might, like the movie, like the Batman movie, when the Joker breaks his sticks and tells them to hash it out. It might be like that, man. That's what we might have to do for these free agents. We might have to go one-on-one for a roster spot right now. Oh, Bobby Portis, you want a roster spot? You got it. Everybody else, go one-on-one for the roster spot right now. LeBron James, Kyrie, and AD going to be watching, sitting back, man. He said Monk is a real one, too. I love Malik Monk. Listen, Malik Monk understands that if he goes to another team, he could end up having a poor career. Like, we never heard about Trevor Ariza after he left the Lakers. He became a journeyman. You don't want that, Malik. You find a real home, you stick with it. Learn from Ramon Sessions. Ramon Sessions, if he would have signed that extension, he would have stayed relevant for way longer. As soon as Ramon Sessions left us in free agency, I don't even remember what team he played for. You know what I mean? It always happens, guys. It always happens. He said the LeBron effect is in full effect. Exactly. And that's another reason why I don't understand why people, especially my fellow Laker fans, wanted him gone. LeBron here brings the cachet here, helps us reestablish this franchise to where we belong, and also helps recruit free agents. I don't get the hate. I'll never understand the LeBron hate. I tell you guys this, no matter how much you dislike a player, when he becomes a Laker, he's a part of family, especially when he puts in the work. Remember, when LeBron first got here, the media, and I will say this, man, I believe a lot of my fellow fans listen to ESPN too much because they be spewing the same narratives. When LeBron came here, ESPN was saying, "Oh, LeBron didn't come here for championships. He came here to make movies and stuff." And what did I say? He came here for both because you don't join the Lakers without expectations. No, sir. So, yeah, everybody hating on LeBron. He's already has one championship here. He's looking to bring another one. I don't see how you could be mad at that. That's all I say to that. That's all I will say to that. Where did I see the Monk Report? Bro, follow me on Twitter. I'm retweeting everything. Bleacher Report, Woj, all these people, man, they're getting it off. The reports on my timeline just going crazy, man. Going crazy. And I listen. Lakers believed to be the only team pursuing Kyrie Irving on a sign and trade. So most likely it is going to be him opting in and then getting traded to LA, right? That makes sense for both parties. Clearly the Nets want something in return. They're just playing hardball. But the Lakers, I'm telling you, those free agents, they're going to start lining up as soon as that happens. So one way or another, man, as long as we get it, bro, as long as we get Kyrie here, that's the first chip. That's the first domino that has to fall. Everything else will come right after. And I promise you, there's going to be options you never even probably imagined we had. There's going to be solid role players that are going to join this team. And, yeah. But I love every minute of it. Kobe Bryant said it best before he passed away, man. God rest his soul. This man said, if you have to beg these free agents to be here, they're not Laker material. In other words, I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact same quote. But I love the fact that the report says that Kyrie has great interest in joining the Lakers. I always knew he was Laker material. It's only a matter of time. Is it legit? Everything reported by Woj and Shams is legit. This is why I make this video today, fam. I would not be making this video when it's, C-list reporters with the check marks on Twitter reporting stuff because you just never know. They could be doing it for clout. He said, dude, the Nets and the Lakers trade is not happening. Westbrook is not going nowhere. You're still in denial, bro, but I'd love to see you right back after Westbrook gets traded away. I promise you, he'll have some value somewhere. I promise you that. He's an expiring contract. They said the same thing about Kwame Brown. He has small hands, stone hands, and boom, we landed Pau Gasol. So just don't be shocked when it happens. There's always a lot of denial that occurs here in the chat, but I would love for you to give me my flowers after it happens, all right? If it happens. So you said Russell Westbrook can't be traded? Come back to the channel after he does get traded. She said, you better watch out. I got some admins that are very passionate. So you better watch out what you say, man. He said, probably going to get a big man from Orlando as well. Mo Bamba would be sick. I don't like, here's the only thing, man. I've heard multiple people tell me, including somebody personally that knew him, that he doesn't have heart. Now, you can never measure heart, right? Sometimes they're late bloomers in that department. But I'll tell you one thing Mo Bamba does have. He has the strength, athleticism, and the skill set to be pretty good in this league. And coming to Los Angeles, playing alongside a super team, he literally just has to play his role, similar to what JaVale McGee did. So it wouldn't be a lot of pressure. It wouldn't be a lot of pressure on somebody like Mo Bamba to join this team or any free agent, to be honest with you. Of course, there's the pressures of expectation, but those always fall mostly on the front office, the coaching staff, and the superstars. They handle the majority of the pressure. The role players, they get some of the criticism, but there's not as much pressure on them as there is on the main people. He said it could have been an immaturity. Bamba can change like Bynum. Oh yeah, that's why I say I never give up on young talent, man. Never give up on young talent. And again, the reports are coming out that they're willing to lose Kyrie for nothing. Well, then that will be better for the Lakers. So if they want to play hard ball, I hope that Kyrie really sticks it to them and leaves them for nothing. I really do. Said Dan, but what if Westbrook opts in? Hope he doesn't, man. I want Kyrie on our Lakers. Westbrook opting in is almost a surefire bet. He'd have to be the craziest man on planet Earth to turn down $47 million after the season he just had. However, him opting in does not mean that Kyrie can't come here. Like I said, there's multiple options. We can pursue a 3-way trade, or he can just opt out and sign for the mid-level exception. So there's 2 ways for him to get here, and I've been saying this from the beginning, even before these rumors. If a player wants to get somewhere, they will get there. Remember this, it's a players' league, man. Anthony Davis wanted to be a Laker. They played hard ball and didn't trade him to us in the trade deadline that year. Guess what? That very offseason, Anthony Davis was a Laker. So, it's been proven that if a superstar has power over a team, especially depending on your skill set, obviously you have to be really good to have that type of power. But, yeah, superstars run the league. Dan, how you been, man? Haven't been here in a while. Been good, Braden. Good to hear from you, man. Been really good. If my boy Kyrie comes through, man, he's going to make my whole summer. It's going to make my whole year. It's going to be like Christmas, during July, if that happens. And then we got Summer League coming up. Definitely keep it locked. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit that post notification bell, because I'm a basketball junkie and I'm a Laker diehard. So I'm going to be bringing you content on the daily, year-round, 365 days a year, man, whenever it breaks. He said, Draymond said we can't beat the Warriors with Kyrie. Thoughts, Dan? He's supposed to say that. He's a defending champ. By the time we face him next year, he will be a defending champ. And although they do have a very good team, I'm placing my bet on LeBron and Kyrie and Anthony Davis any day over any trio in the league. I'm telling you, this might be the best trio we have seen since LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. That's how good Kyrie is. Now, you already know that. If you're a diehard basketball fan, you know how good Kyrie is. You don't need me to preach that. But I would love to see a matchup of the Warriors versus the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals for all the marbles. Winner of that series goes on to the finals. That would be dope. But usually this is what tends to happen in the NBA. I don't know if you guys notice this, but when we anticipate a matchup, it rarely happens. That's why when Boston versus the Lakers happens in the finals, everybody drops whatever they're doing. They quit their job if they have to, just to come watch that finals, because that's a true rivalry and that's something truly special. Hey, what's up, Denver Nuggets, baby? Good to see you, bro. Let me read it. He said, what's good, DTLF? Hope you're having a blessed summer. Hoping you guys land Kyrie Irving. Lakers deserve. He said Lakers deserve it. Kyrie uniting with one of the GOATs and LeBron would be good for the NBA, in my opinion. Absolutely. And thank you, bro. I appreciate the good wishes as well. Always, man. Class fan right there. Listen, Kyrie Irving and LeBron have a chance to do something Kobe and Shaq never got a chance to do, unfortunately. And that's reunite. And that's, reunite and give the NBA fans what we wanted. We wanted to see Kobe and Shaq. It always felt like unfinished business. Same thing with Kyrie and LeBron. It felt like unfinished business in Cleveland. They could have had something really special. Kyrie wanted out for whatever reason. We could chalk it up to immaturity. We could chalk it up to anything. He didn't get enough of the credit, whatever. Dan Gilbert was a douchebag, whatever you want to say. But he wanted out, and that was the end of that. But they still have a lot of prime basketball left in them. They reunite, man. It's gonna be nice to watch, especially as a Laker fan, bro. As a Laker fan, on one nation under purple and gold, baby. So Lakers have a chance at Kyrie, Wall, and Bamba. Now, I don't want to sound delusional, but if those players want to be here, yes. If those players want to take pay cuts, yes. If we land Kyrie, anything's possible. Now, how would John Wall fit on this Laker team? Bro, if John Wall gets a buyout from his Rockets and he wants to come for the veteran minimum, and we were able to, unload Russell Westbrook in a 3-way deal to land Kyrie, of course I'll take John Wall off the bench. Of course. Who wouldn't? Right? And not to mention he's been sitting out. He's been, healthy since last year. And with that chip on his shoulder as well, because he's been wanting to play. Hungry players are dangerous players in the NBA. So, yes, I'm not turning that down either. As far as Mo Bamba goes, he'd probably get paid somewhere else, but we'll have other options. There's going to be a lot of options. But if he wants to come here for that veterans, minimum, I'll take both of them, all of them. Anybody, come one, come all. He said, Dan, there are rumors of Kevin Love getting bought out and joining the Lakers. It's still early for that one, so I'm not going to buy that one yet. Not going to buy stock in that one. But remember, I wanted Kevin Love last season when we were looking for a big to space the floor, and that never happened because Dan Gilbert wasn't allowing it to happen. And he gave him some really good production, so I'm pretty sure Kevin Love would have helped out last year's Lakers roster. How much that would have helped? Not sure. But at the end of the day, that's in the past. Now, if Kevin Love wants to come still, he's a veteran. He's a floor spacer. He's a great passer, and he's a capable rebounder. Now, he's older, and he's not the same player he used to be, but that's not what you're getting him for, right? Ryan, stop being negative. He said, bro, all these old players, how about all these champions? That's a better title, man. And we're not saying those are the only players we're pursuing, but can you turn down Kevin Love on a veteran's minimum? No. You think so, Kevin? Hey, man, I believe it, bro. Anything's possible. He said Love can make threes and pass. And not to mention, he's just a great veteran to have. He's just a great veteran to have overall. He loves basketball. Great teammate. I've never heard anybody badmouth Kevin Love. I mean, his last name is Love, for God's sakes. Like, you know what I'm saying? He got nothing but love in him. He said, as a diehard Nets fan, I'm really hurt to see my team going out like this. Well, I'm used to seeing my team being bad, especially 2010 when we finished with the 12-70 record. I do hope your team have a great offseason. Thank you, Jaden. Hey, that's very classy of you to say, especially in your situation, brother. Listen, just know this, what goes up must come down, but will eventually come up again. If I was you guys, I would definitely do a sign and trade with the Lakers. Get as many assets as you can in return, maybe a draft pick or two, and get whatever you want from the third team. If you don't want Russell Westbrook, clearly. And I personally, I would also trade Kevin Durant because you're not going to be competing if you trade away Kyrie and you don't get nothing substantial in return. And, for me, I always felt like you guys messed up when you traded for James Harden. I always said it. That team won't win a championship. I said on this here very channel because they have too much of the same. You'll have to have some versatility. I think you were better off with Jared Allen and Karis LeVert and all those guys. Now, Karis LeVert ended up getting hurt anyway, so that's irrelevant. But I do think it would be in your best interest if Kyrie leaves and KD wants to leave to start the rebuild. Start the rebuild, man. It's a young man's league anyways. There's a lot of young talent coming up in future drafts, and even you might be able to get a young piece from this year's draft. You never know. He said, don't forget about the big steps THT and Reeves are going to make. They're going to be amazing next season. Now, here's the thing, man. Those guys, honestly, would probably take a bigger leap on a less deep team, right? Obviously, if they get traded away, they're probably going to flourish elsewhere. If Kyrie comes here, he's another ball handler. He's another one who needs the ball in his hands. He's another playmaker as well. Now, those guys, one of those could take a leap. I don't doubt that. But it might honestly, it might stagger their development for a year, but I'm willing to do that to compete for a championship. Now, if they really want to be effective, they have to learn how to play without the ball, especially THT, and focus primarily on defense because that's where this team is going to need. THT has great wingspan. He has a 7'1" wingspan. He has, he's versatile. He's athletic. If he focuses on defense and knocking down open shots, he will see the court plenty. And so in that sense, he could make a leap. But as far as numbers, don't expect nothing too crazy that jumps off the bench this year, especially if we land Kyrie, because Kyrie, AD, and LeBron are going to be the major three that are eating. The rest are going to be supporting cast. He said, love from Cali and played at UCLA. Yes, sir. Cali boys. Haters going to hate. Kobe smiling down on us. Let's go, Kyrie. I'm telling you, man, if Kyrie opts out and takes this mid-level exception, he is truly the most unselfish player I have ever probably seen in my sports fandom life. And that's 20 plus years, man. So, I would absolutely, my love and respect for him is already at an all-time high. That thing would skyrocket if he takes that mid-level exception. Not just because I'm a Laker fan, but just If he took that mid-level exception with anybody, I would respect him more because I'm like, damn, like this dude really cares about winning, but especially our Lakers, man. Especially our Lakers. Dan, would Kyrie make us title favorites? Well, obviously, it's still pending the supporting cast. You still need to go get some shooters, some wing defenders, and some bigs. But yes, hypothetically speaking, if we built the prototypical team around those guys, yes, it would make us not only title contenders, but I think title favorites, to be honest with you. He said, yep, the Nets were way better when they had LeVert and Allen. They should have stayed that path. The Nets had really good defense. Now the Nets defense is like one of the worst in the NBA. It's kind of similar to what we did. Honestly, the Nets and the Lakers were in the same boat. The Lakers had better depth when we had KCP, Kuzma over Russell Westbrook, you know? And we traded those guys along with Montrezl Harrell. We basically gutted our roster. Luckily, we got some good value in return with Malik Monk and all that. But yeah, that was not a good trade for us either. So, but the only difference is, the Lakers always tend to bounce back quickly in comparison to other franchises. That's why I never doubt my team. Ever, 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 ever doubt my team. No matter what. People make fun of me, when I say we're going to turn this thing around or whatever. But you know what? At the end of the day, man, you can never doubt this team, man. Never. He said, Dan, check Twitter. Yeah, no updates yet, man. No updates yet, other than the ones I already gave you. But man, this is gonna be beautiful when it officially happens. Trust me. Y'all think I'm excited now? Wait for it. Just wait for it. Just wait. He said, Rob the Shark if he pulls this off. If Rob Pelinka pulls this off, man, and we win a championship this season, I want this man to get a 10-year extension. All right. And that's not to discredit LeBron or anybody, but this man he's been under the fire. If he's able to deliver 2 championships in 4 years, give this man a contract extension, man. That's all I got to say about that. He said, I agree, bro. My Nets need to go young. Never been a fan of James Harden because of his antics and his ridiculous foul calls in his favor and his laziness defense. Man, I'm glad you see it, bro, because I was really arguing with some Nets fans thinking they had won the championship. They really thought they had it in the bag. The difference between that Nets team and this Kyrie team, because you might think it's hypocritical that I'm saying this while I want a super team. The difference is that if Kyrie comes here, him and LeBron James have won together. So it's proven that they can coexist. They play off of each other and they take turns landing a barrage of offensive, attack moves on the opposition. And then you got Anthony Davis, who's supposed to be an anchor defensively when he's healthy, which he is, and a post paint scorer and a floor spacer when he has it going. So it's a way more versatile team than that Nets team they created with just primarily 3 ball handling scorers, which all did the same thing, right? So, and plus, to be honest with you, adding Kyrie Irving to the Lakers would rejuvenate LeBron James' career. It might give him an extra year of prime basketball, because all of a sudden, guess what? He doesn't have to be the primary, playmaker and scorer at all times. They're going to split that 50-50 between him and Kyrie, right? Talk about somebody LeBron trusts with the ball in his hands. This ain't no Russell Westbrook, folks. He said, Dan, if Kyrie signs a $6 million, do you trade Russ for the Charlotte deal or the Pacers? Either one, bro. That's a good question. Obviously, I prefer the Pacers. If we can get like a Miles Turner, maybe I'm being delusional there because Miles Turner is probably worth more. But if we can get somebody like that, or a Brogdon or anything like that, man, or a Buddy Hield type of package, I'm for it. I'm really for it, man. I'm really for it. Now, obviously, beggars can be choosers. So if the only package is available is the one with Charlotte, I'm executing that ASAP as well, even if it brings back Gordon Hayward or whatever. But I would prefer, if we do that Charlotte one, I would prefer Kelly Oubre and Teddy Rozier. For one, because they're healthier and younger, and for two, because their deals are more affordable than Gordon Hayward's. Again, Michael Jordan, one of the best players of all time, but not a great basketball GM. He's been known to overpay players, like Nicholas Batum, like Gordon Hayward was the recent one. So this is just another casualty. It's just another one of those situations where he's looking for somebody to save him. And hopefully, listen, if the Lakers do this trade for Gordon Hayward, I want a first-round pick as well. because you're getting expiring salary to help you re-sign your guy in Miles Bridges, and we need to get some sort of incentive, not just unloading Russell Westbrook, right? If it has Gordon Hayward, but if it doesn't have Gordon Hayward, then I'm cool with Teddy Rozier because he could be a bucket. Imagine Kyrie Irving starting and Scary Terry off the bench, for the Lakers with LeBron and AD, and then you got another player potentially off the bench in Kelly Oubre who can score as well. So that would be insane, man. I don't know. We're gonna have options though. He said, "Hell, I prefer the Jason Kidd era over super team with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden." I feel you, Jaden. I feel you. And you know what, man? I'm shocked that they didn't see it coming. I'm shocked that the Brooklyn Nets front office didn't see that those guys just had too much of conflicting interest on the court, right? All three of them want to score. Somebody in a trio, somebody always has to sacrifice. LeBron is so unselfish that he's willing to sacrifice. That's why it always works with no matter what superstar he joins. That's why he's one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT. And that's why he's won multiple championships with multiple teams. See, there's levels to this, man. People not breaking it down properly. People always wondering. I remember they were talking about, is it going to work out between LeBron and Anthony Davis? I'm like, that's a match made in heaven. You literally the best big man LeBron's ever played with. How would it not work out? LeBron James is super unselfish. He's one of the most unselfish superstars we've ever seen. This man can go out for 30 or 40 if you need him, or he can go out for 15 and 15 and 15. That's the type of superstar you need to make things like these work. That's why it worked the first time around, right? Kyrie's a real one. Haters are big mad. Oh, yeah. They're big mad, bro. Haters are big mad. Trust. That's why we don't have 687 likes on this video right now, because probably half of the people watching are hating right now. They're not going to comment, but they're mad as heck of the facts that I'm spewing out right now. I promise you that. I promise you. So if you're not a hater, man, smash that like button because you already know what's up. Let's go, baby. If you want Kyrie here and you feel like he can truly help this team, like me, then we are mutuals for sure. If you disagree, then I hope that you're proven wrong. If you're a Laker fan, but you don't think that Kyrie would work, then I hope that we can prove you wrong and not vice versa, But that team right there, if we stay healthy, man, nobody wants to see us in even a 4-game series, let alone a 7-game series. Trust me, that'll be hell for anybody. There's going to be plenty of sweeps on the way there too. So, yes, this is really good news, bro. We're on the verge of acquiring Kyrie Irving. However, there's still some kinks to it. Clearly, Russell Westbrook has to opt in. Clearly, the Nets have to be willing to cooperate, or Kyrie needs to opt out and take less. So there's several factors to this. But again, I'll say one last time. Kyrie wants to be a Laker. He will be a Laker. By the end of this week, probably. Oh, man. Hey, NBA.com better be ready because they about to sell out on all the Kyrie jerseys, man. I need me that 11. Man, Kyrie's going to look so cool in a Laker jersey. He's going to look amazing. I do hope I'm wrong. I hope you're wrong too. But if I'm wrong, I always admit to it, man. If for some reason this doesn't work out and it goes haywire and Kyrie proves that he is the diva that the media is making him out to be, then I will admit it here on the live stream that I was wrong for the second time in a row because I was already wrong about Russell Westbrook. I thought he checked the ego at the door. But I see this is just different to me because Kyrie just brings a completely different skill set, a completely different package, and he has actually helped LeBron to the promised land. So it's not like this is outlandish that we can win a championship with Kyrie. See, the thing, I've always said this about Kyrie Irving, man. I don't think he's weird. I don't think he's selfish. Everything people label him to be. I think he's misunderstood. And the last time we had a superstar in the NBA that was misunderstood, only Laker fans understood him at first until he was gone, and then everybody appreciated him, and that was Kobe Bryant. And again, not trying to compare their skill sets because it's apples to oranges, but mentally wise and just how much of an outcast they were, especially early in their career. Remember, Kobe Bryant didn't have a lot of friendly teammates, right? Kobe Bryant was focused on working out. Kobe Bryant, you heard the story about Phil Handy, asking Kobe why he's such an a-hole. And then, Kobe responding that, hey, why should I pass him the ball if they basically just practice a regular amount of time, So I believe Kobe Bryant was one of the most misunderstood superstars until it was too late and until he was gone. And now people that were never Kobe fans are showing him love. That's fake love, right? But same thing with Kyrie. You're gonna see it, man. You're gonna see when Kyrie joins and he helps lift the trophy here. He helps hoist number 18. All them haters that was talking the most, one or two things gonna happen. Either they're gonna magically disappear, right? Harry Houdini's just boop, 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 boop. Or they're gonna jump on a bandwagon. And I prefer the first option. Honestly, if you were hating, bro, if you were hating, first of all, on my franchise or on Kyrie because you don't understand him or whatever, and I don't want to see you switch up. I think that's the worst. I think that would be the worst. Laker haters are already out. Oh, yeah, they're coming out of the woodworks. Oh, is it number 2? All right. There you go. My bad. Yeah, I don't know why. I think I seen it photoshopped at number 11, so it stuck with me. But I'm hyped, man. Whatever the number is, I'm going to be super excited for it. Ooh. What now the question will be, what color should I buy the jersey in? I'm thinking gold because it's my favorite, right? The all gold one. I got plenty of purple jerseys already, so I'm thinking all gold. The Kyrie Irving jersey. Gonna be fire, man, with the purple letters. Yes, sir. And by the way, if anybody that works for Laker personnel is watching this, please bring back the regular gold jerseys, man. Laker Nation misses those. All right. The banana yellow ones they're cute, they're nice, but we want the real gold, man. We are the purple and gold. We want the real golden ones. Not the light yellow ones, in my opinion. We need those because, man, you take my money now. Take my money now. The Black Mamba jerseys. Oh man, yeah, those are sick too. Bring those back. It's because they're shaking in their boots. Everyone knows Kyrie and the Lakers make us favorites to win it all. That's a big fact. Especially if everybody's healthy, and that will be our biggest enemy and our biggest concern. If we acquire Kyrie, is just health. That's it. If we stay healthy, I really don't see anybody. Of course, before I can finish this sentence, I need to see the roster round out nicely. Still gonna need some bigs, some wings, but if hypothetically we can get that team, it's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful day in LA, man. He said, "Nah, they're gonna be magicians and disappear." LOL. I love Laker haters. You'd be surprised. A lot of them blend in and pretend to be Laker fans because that's what they do, man. They hate on us, and then if they can't beat them, join them. They're bandwagon fans. But I have a knack for spotting real diehard fans versus and sometimes they're easy to spot. I mean, they do it to themselves. They start saying "Go Celtics" and shit like that. Like that felt wrong even coming out of my mouth, So when fans say that, that's when they're not real, man. He said, "How about the 2020 Lakers City jerseys?" They're cool, man, but I like all the retro stuff. Bring back the baby blue cursive ones too. Those are hard, man. They bring those back. I'm buying one. Got a lot of clothes that matches with those as well. But yeah, the gold Lakers Sunday jerseys were my favorite, man. Or as Kobe used to call it, the golden armor. I miss those. Who's better, Lakers or the Suns? Well, we can't make that assessment right now because nothing has happened. No trades have happened. Free agency still not here. But ask me this again after free agency, and I would love to give you a real answer. Remember Xavier Henry's poster dunk? I do remember Xavier Henry's poster dunk when he used to play under Mike D'Antoni, and then unfortunately injuries ended his career. But Xavier Henry was putting up all-star type numbers under Mike D'Antoni, which shouldn't surprise anybody because if you can shoot or you're athletic, you're gonna really strive under Mike D'Antoni. Just ask Jeremy Lin, But yeah, I used to love Xavier Henry, and it's unfortunate that we never saw him again after the injury. Tough, man, tough. But that's how I know you're a real one. You remember Xavier Henry? That's how I know you're a real one, man. We go way back. Yep. Yeah, Monk did say that. He did say that. It was reported earlier this morning that Malik said he's willing to take less. I just hope it's less than the mid-level exception because it looks like that's about to be reserved for Kyrie. Yeah, man, that's crazy. It's one of those things, baby. Right now, listen, this is why we love basketball, right? It's a year-round sport. It never really ends. The finals ended, And we're even more excited than we were during the finals. That's how you know ball is life. That's how you know ball is life. But you know what? I'm going to keep it real short and sweet, man. Kyrie comes to the Lakers, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm waving the Laker flags. I'm talking my shit on Twitter, all that good stuff, man. So keep it locked right here. You don't want to miss out. And then we got Summer League also around the corner. So stay locked, man. Stay tuned. Make sure you smash that like, subscribe, share, and hit that post notification bell, because if something breaks, you know where to find me, guys. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank y'all so much for participating. Thanks for donations as well, man. Appreciate y'all. Beautiful day to be a Laker fan, man. Every day it is, man. Every day it is. But today it just seems extra beautiful for some reason. I feel good, baby. And let's make it happen, Kyrie. Let's make it happen. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Have a great day. Peace.